Hey, what's up you guys? This is Priscilla E. Welcome back to my channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much again for watching my last video. Dahlia and I had fun filming it. Well, especially Dahlia. She wants to say thank you to you as well. A couple weeks ago, I asked y'all on Instagram to ask me anything. So I'm going to answer that today. But I figured I'm going to answer your questions while I am making lumpia. I am going to be making my auntie Neneng's lumpia. It is so delicious. That's why I just had to ask her for her recipe. It has been a long time since I had some of her lumpia, so I'm very excited to try to make them. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Everyone makes their lumpia differently, and I honestly think all lumpia are delicious. You can modify the recipe however you want them. Now, I have to be honest, this is gonna be the first time I am making lumpia all by myself. Usually I'm with my mom or my aunts when I make them, so bear with me if I couldn't wrap them perfectly. So I have here some ground pork, finely chopped shrimp, finely chopped water chestnuts, finely chopped onions, 2 eggs, lumpia wrapper, some salt and pepper, oyster sauce, and of course, sweet chili sauce. I will be posting the recipe on the description below. So let's begin. In a bowl, you combine all of your ingredients. I have the ground pork here. You will add the finely chopped shrimps, onions, water chestnut, and 1 egg. My aunt said to whisk this with a tablespoon of oyster sauce, so I'm going to do that now. So here's 1 egg with a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Okay. Add some salt and pepper. I'm not sure how many, just add however you want them. Now that this is ready, I'm going to start wrapping them. Don't forget to wash your hands though. Alright, so I'm going to answer some questions while I wrap. I did some test runs. They're not perfect, but they're good enough. I should have listened to my aunt when she told me to do the lazy version of wrapping. I have here a question from Romary. She asked me, did you sleep train your twins? I am not sure if I would call it sleep training, but I have a very strict routine that I follow. We didn't actually sleep train the twins as much as we did Dahlia. The twins are pretty easy as babies go. They are pretty calm. They would only ever cry if they need something. They go through growth spurts and sleep regression though. During those times, we just let it run its course. They're just babies after all. So I guess my answer is no, I did not sleep train them, but I do have a routine that I set up for them. Next up, I have this question from Lube. She asked, how did you introduce Dan to your family? Was it slowly or bam? Well, I'm sure Dan would say it was more of a bam approach. And I kinda did throw him to the wolves in that respect. You know, we Filipinos put a lot of emphasis on family, and mine stayed very close and very involved with each other. So that first time Dan really met my family was at a family party where my brother spent the day staring him down and everybody else took their turns interrogating him. I have a question from Caitlin. She asked, how do you make time for you and Dan? Well, the hard truth is that right now, Dan and I both recognize that we just don't get to spend a whole lot of time together and focus on ourselves at this particular stage in our lives. It's just kind of the way it is. Dan works all day and he sometimes have to bring work at home. When he gets home, he's pulled about 6 different directions from a flock of girls who just wants his attention, so I have to share. So with infant twins and a very energetic 5-year-old, Dan and I have to reprioritize some aspects of our lives. The thing is, we went through the same stage when Dahlia was first born. It got easier and it got a lot better as she got older. It's just a realization that he and I are just gonna be focusing on our family for a little bit. There are these rare occasions though where our family is in town and they offer to watch the kids. We take that opportunity and we would go on dates. There are also short times in between the chaos where we have some peace and quiet and some time alone. We cherish those moments as well. So I have a question from Rona. She said, I watched your day in the life video and I noticed that you have so much patience with Dahlia. Do you ever lose your patience? First, I want to say thank you for watching that video, and Yes, absolutely. That girl, she's just super hyper. She has so much energy and she knows how and when to push all of my buttons. But at the same time, she really is just the sweetest and happiest and the nicest girl I've ever met. So even when she does piss me off sometimes, she never really means it. And I have to remind myself that she's just 5. You know, she's only 5. Dan gets mad at me all the time because 1, she got him wrapped around her finger, so he has the tendency to go very easy on her. And also, Dan would pull me aside and remind me that she's only 5 years old and she just wants to be happy. So I guess even though, yes, I do lose my patience with her, I also understand that she's just a kid who's trying to be happy. I have here a question from Christy. She asks, did you struggle with postpartum depression? Yes, I did. And I'll tell you that I still feel like the hospital really dropped the ball on providing care. My husband and I are always on the phone, like almost every day, trying to get appointments set up to try to get a little help. Dan was really worried, and I remember him yelling at people over the phone when they said that they didn't have the referrals sent in, or that it would be another 6 weeks before they get an initial appointment. So between missing appointments, lost referrals, and an ineptitude of people who were supposed to be there to help, I never really got to see a doctor or a specialist to help. Dan really helped me out through the first month or 2, and we also had amazing family and friends. So between my in-laws and my mom and my friends Diane and Romnel, who were 2 of the most amazing people I know. I also have friends who set up meal trains and visited me. I would be lying if I said that I took on my postpartum depression alone. It takes a village, as they say. So I will take this as an opportunity to say thank you so much to all the wonderful people that helped me get through such a rough time in my life. I appreciate you so much. I have here a question from Janice. She said, are you still breastfeeding the twins? And if so, did it help you lose weight? So yes, I am still nursing the twins right now, although not exclusively because I couldn't seem to make enough. And no, it did not help me lose weight at all. It was the same with Dahlia, but for some reason, it's so wild. For some reason, my body holds on to all the extra weight until I started to wean them. It happened with Dahlia. I nursed her for over a year, almost 2 years, and as soon as I stopped, it seems like all that extra weight fell off. So I'm hoping it will be the same with this one. My husband and I have also started eating healthy and exercising, so I hope it will help. I have a question from Crystal. She asked, what is your biggest pet peeve as a parent? Thank you for specifying that. Well, my biggest pet peeve would be my husband. I'm just kidding. So I think my biggest pet peeve would be people who mom shames and people who gives unsolicited advice. Every now and then I get unsolicited advice about my parenting. Usually they come from people who don't even have children. I most especially dislike mom shamers. You know, those people who would shame you if you couldn't breastfeed your child, or those who would shame you if you co-sleep, those who would shame you if you breastfeed past 2 years. Like, seriously, I don't like that. I have here a question from Russell. She said, any advice for new moms? It would be you have to give yourself some slack. Not every time a newborn cries doesn't mean that they're in pain or in danger. Sometimes there's a hair on their face and they don't know what to make of it. Dan and I both used to take any kind of yelp from Dahlia as a level 5 emergency. We have both mellowed out since then. We have learned that hovering over them and rushing to their side at the slightest sniffle will just stress you out. If you know that they're healthy and not hurt, just make sure they're warm and comfortable. They will be happy. Another thing would be rushing to a Facebook moms group to ask questions. While they are sometimes helpful, they could sometimes be a little notorious, especially for new moms. So I would try to avoid that first. Being a new mom is stressful enough, and we don't want to add drama to that. Also, take care of yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but it's very, very important for us moms to stay healthy and happy for our children. It took me a while to learn that, and I still am not there. So that's all of the questions. I am going to finish wrapping this up, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to heat up the frying pan. So once I'm done, I can start frying them. finished frying my lumpia. Here it is. I also finished wrapping everything else. So I bagged them and I'm going to freeze them because Dan wants to bring them to work. Alright, so let's try it then. So crispy. Well, I'm eating alone, so I'm gonna double dip. So good. It's really delicious. Would you like some? Alright, thank you so much Auntie Neneng for giving me a recipe because it's really delicious. I'm gonna start making this from now on. I am super happy with the outcome. It's very delicious and crispy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I had fun filming this. Not only did I get to learn to make some lumpia, I get to eat some too. If you have a special lumpia recipe, please share it with me. I would love to try them. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one and see you in my next vlog. Bye everyone. Bye. Mwah.